Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever recording a podcast for the In10sity Podcast. I want to give a quick shout out to Atomic Kevin, Kevin Gray. Thank you so much, man, for the graphics you see on the screen. You know, raw intensity review on the top left corner, the In10sity Podcast logo, man. You hit a home run with everything, man. I appreciate you. If it wasn't for that, came in clutch, man. So I really appreciate your work. Want to give you a quick shout out. Check his IG below on the description. I'll be putting it down there. And but as far as the podcast, on screen, as you see, I got the Twitter and IG name, the In10sity Podcast. Follow me there. I'll be posting anything regarding the podcast, of course, uploads and announcements. And go ahead and, guys, I really would appreciate you if you press the like button and subscribe and turn on the bell for all notifications. Believe me, you do not want to miss any episodes of the In10sity Podcast review. I'll be giving you guys the best content possible, and I hope you guys enjoy it. In regards to tonight on Monday Night Raw, my goodness, this Roman agenda, I just can't. It's something that just has been going on for 4 years. Let me just get this out of my chest. Put it away, and I'm gonna cut it real nice and simple. If the Shield does not break up by Dean Ambrose turning heel on Seth and Roman, this has honestly been the fucking worst reunion I have ever seen in the history of WWE. There is no way you're going to tell me that either, because at this rate, I don't even want Roman to turn heel. I'd rather turn him heel down the road. I really don't care about Roman turning heel. Vince is not gonna do that. Vince is not gonna do that at all or anytime soon. But we all know that he's due for a heel turn. Dean is the man to do it, Dean is the man to turn heel on his brothers, and I will tell you why, and I'm more than positive that you know it, I know it, everyone knows it. If you're going to talk about Dean Ambrose, after coming back, after having this, amazing look that he has, cut his hair, grew a beard, got jacked up, this guy looks amazing, he has a fresh new look. Now, he might have a fresh new look, but, his in-ring style is not appealing to me, at least, in my honest opinion. It just doesn't speak volumes to me, doesn't speak anything entertaining. It's just pretty much same old shit, Nothing changed based on his in-ring abilities. But, as far as him, turning heel, yes, I really believe that he's the one to do it. And the very prime, and main reason that this guy should turn heel, which, again, my honest opinion, I think that he should be using the excuse of, Seth Rollins went on and, he was like, Seth Rollins, that he went on to move on, he was tag team champions with Jason Jordan. Okay, cool. And then after that, he, started Monday Night Rollins, won the IC title. He did well for himself. And let's say that he did not ever contact, or barely did contact Dean Ambrose, and then Dean might just be playing, laying low, like just waiting for the right moment to strike. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. I'm just waiting, he's just, maybe in his mind, he's just thinking like, let me just wait for the opportune moment when they think that they think that we're unstoppable, and all of a sudden, Dean just turned on his brothers. That is the way that this Shield reunion needs to end. Because I love the Shield, but my favorite one was the very first one. This Shield fucking sucks. And if you don't agree with that, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but this reunion, it does not speak anything special. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. So that's the way it should be. That's my honest opinion on how Dean Ambrose should turn heel. And because let's say that at the Super Showdown, whenever I'm not sure if they're going to be competing. No, actually they're not. Whenever down the line, let's say Seth and Dean, go for the Raw Tag Team Championships, and they're on the verge, which I really think that's the perfect moment to do it. Just when you think that that hot tag is coming to Dean, and he just turns his hand away, and he's like, fuck you, Seth. He turns turns his back on him and all. I think that's a very perfect moment, because I really would hate to see the Shield holding every single title on Monday Night Raw, which is, I would not put it past WWE, guys. Honestly, that's at the pace that things are going, that seems to be the route that WWE is taking. I do not see Rollins losing the IC title anytime soon, and I do not see Roman Reigns losing the title any fucking time soon. So we're in for it, and I don't like it, because all this time that Seth was by himself, he was the man to hold the title and make it feel important. It was the first time that I really felt that title was actually important. You know what I mean? So far, no. We barely see the title anymore, Because fucking Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, they were just put back together to continue to be Roman's bitches, And, they're just pushing that storyline, and they're not putting Seth Rollins out there to defend the title, And when they do have mention of the title, it doesn't feel important, It does not feel important to me, and that's my honest opinion. It does not speak importance to me of what they're doing with the Shield and in regards to the IC title. Just like that Universal title. What importance does it hold right now? It's not prestige. It's not prestigious. It has no value. No value at all whatsoever. And if you really think that it does because it's on the hands of Roman Reigns, then you're fucking delusional. I'm sorry. But you have no fucking idea what you're thinking, what you're talking about. There's no way. This title has been meaningless since day one. I'm sorry, let me take that back. It actually felt important with Finn Balor. It was made a big deal. Finn Balor won it. Finn Balor was hot coming up from NXT, but then, he got injured, and that was the demise of the title, because ever since, it has not felt important at all. So, anyways, Raw starts off with Roman Reigns coming out, and let me break it down, I need to point something out, point things out here, because this is what I'm gonna do, for you guys. The way that Roman Reigns comes out, and he, the way he carries himself, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that notices, but this guy comes off all thinking he's all big and bad, his facial expressions, you know what I mean? Like, he thinks he's all like all this swag and shit, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck this guy thinks he is, you know what I mean? And I say that because he looks like a fucking heel, he acts like he has heelish manners. Which is why it's just mind-boggling to me why this guy is not fucking heel. Because the way he carries himself. Even the way he holds the title. He holds that shit like a sack of potatoes. You know what I mean? He holds it on the, like he's holding a fucking sack. And, he comes out and he fucking thinks he's all macho and shit, That shit does not speak fucking, face to me. That does not how a baby face, carries himself. When John Cena John Cena was the fucking, the top baby face, face of the company type shit, which I think he still is, in my honest opinion, because Roman Reigns is not. He always come out, being all excited, pumped up, it's like they're polar opposites, and because I say this because, WWE, they think that, Roman is the face, he might be the face, but to me he's not, and the way that Roman carries himself is just not, it does not speak, babyface to me. He's not. And that's why I really think, a lot of people think it's way past due for Roman to turn heel. So that's my opinion on that. So moving on with the show. Reigns goes into the ring. He calls out Brock Lesnar. He doesn't come out, but out comes Strowman instead. And he says that he's lucky. Roman is lucky because Brock Lesnar came out. The battle. The fight broke out and ensued and all, and he's lucky that happened because if not, then Braun Strowman would be holding the Universal title. But obviously that's not the case, which fuck finish. I've never seen in my from what I've seen, from my years of watching WWE, I have not seen a Hell in a Cell match end in a no contest. So, it adds again to the Roman agenda. What the fuck else? What other excuse is there to end a match in a no contest? I've never seen that happen before. There's got to be a winner. Whether let's say Drew or Seth, not Seth, Drew or Dolph, dragged Braun to pin Roman, which that's not really a good decision because that'll make Braun look weak, in my opinion. But something, something has to happen, for this match to end because it didn't, and I don't understand that call. But WWE pulling out all their fucking stunts and shit, doing everything they can to have Roman, continue to be champion, and Braun failed to cash in because obviously he already cashed it in, weeks prior, doing the admirable shit. But who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but I don't think Braun is gonna win the title any time soon. But who knows? Whatever. After Strowman comes out, out comes Corbin, and he announces that a triple threat match is going to happen at Saudi Arabia at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view on Friday, November the 2nd for the Universal title. So guess what? Braun and Brock Lesnar being fed to Roman Reigns because believe you me, it will not cross my mind that Roman Reigns will lose this championship anytime soon, as I mentioned. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Roman's going to walk out there, and he's going to walk out as, still the Universal Champion. So I will not get my hopes up. Not excited. Who gives a shit? The only match that I look forward to, and I'm not even really that very much excited about, is a whole Triple H versus Undertaker for the last time ever match. So, other than that, I don't think it's anything important. But anyways, out comes Heyman, and he actually has some people from the backstage bring out the door that Brock Lesnar kicked in. And it's very funny how Paul Heyman comes out and says that that nothing is more powerful than holding the Universal title. I mean, what can I say about that fucking bullshit ass statement? The title means shit. It's shit. It has meant shit. It will not mean shit anytime soon. It won't. It has not felt important for the 2 years that it's been, since its inception. It just has not felt important. So, the real top title is the WWE title, and that's my final statement on that in regards to that. Because if anybody thinks that this fucking title is important, check your fucking fever. I don't know what the fuck you're on, but whatever you're on, give me some because you're fucking delusional. Anyways, so that happens. Braun goes ahead and chases Paul Heyman backstage and all, and then we have let's see here, Ronda announcing that she was going to do an open actually, wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Nope. Real quick here. All right. So, before that segment ends, Baron announces himself to have a match against Roman Reigns for the Universal title and for the main event. And then after that, Dean versus McIntyre is announced. It was a pretty decent match. Dean started off strong, targeting the left leg, and taking control of Drew for the most part, half of the match. But then the tables were turned, Drew turned the tables towards the end. Dean, climbed on the post on the turnbuckle, and I believe he was going for a double axe handle. He missed it. Drew got out of the way, went back in the ring. Dean barely made the 10 count, and as soon as he going in, Drew went and hit the Claymore, and he pinned Dean Ambrose 1, 2, 3 for the victory. And after that, we have Baron, Drew, and Dolph backstage, and they're talking about how Baron is encouraging Dolph to invoke his rematch clause, and like Dolph is like, nah, I'll invoke it when I want, you know what I mean, kind of thing. But then Baron's like, well, I think you should invoke it because Seth is hurt, he's not in the building, he's not here tonight. Why not invoke your rematch clause? He's hurt, he's not here. If he doesn't show up, then I'll have no choice but to strip him of the title, and then I'll award you, and you'll become the new Intercontinental Champion. And then, of course, Dolph accepts, and good idea on Baron Corbin's part and whatnot, and that takes place, and the match is announced for later on the show. Then we have. Let's see here. Let me take a look at my notes here. Let's see. Baron. Okay. Oh, Ronda. Ronda comes out. Actually, she does not come out. She is shown backstage with Natty and the Bella Twins and whatnot, and she's asking on who she has to go to issue open challenges. And Natty's like, no, all you gotta do is just go out there, and announce that you're gonna do an open challenge and for the Raw Women's Championship, and whoever comes out comes out. She's like, okay, cool, So that happens, and then Bobby Roode is shown with Chad Gable, and cutting that cheesy promo. Chad Gable, man, I don't know. He's great and all, but this pairing with Bobby Roode has just not been any sort of exciting to me, And again, just like the Dean Ambrose situation, if Bobby Roode, the only way that this pairing is going to happen, is going to stop being, is that Bobby Roode has to turn heel on Chad Gable. If that's not the case, this is also another, waste of fucking time. Because the way that Chad is coming out and, all hyped up and looking great, winning matches back to back to back, and like Bobby's like, in the back of the mind, if I, he's like, damn, this kid, is winning back to back matches, he's feeding off of me. Who the fuck feeds off of me? I'm Bobby Roode. I'm better. You know what I mean? And then he might just use that as an excuse. He's up there in age. He's jealous. He sees his young kid doing good for himself, feeding off of Bobby Roode. And then he's like, you know what? And then I would book it like that. I would have Bobby Roode, use that as an excuse. Who the fuck you think you are? You know what I mean? Like you think you're gonna feed off of my success? You're gonna feed off of me? No. Fuck that. I'm Bobby Roode. I'm better than you. And I'm going to show you who the real man is. That's the way I would book it. I don't see any other way that this pairing would, stop happening. But ever since Bobby Roode has come up to the main roster, he's been nothing but a fucking babyface that has been an afterthought. He does not feel important at all since coming up to the main roster. Not important. He won the fucking the United States Championship. That was it. And that in itself is forgettable as fuck. I don't even remember what was it that he won the title. And who cares? Again, it did not feel important. Bobby Roode is nothing like he was on NXT. The NXT version of Bobby Roode is what we need on Monday Night Raw. We need a solid heel. We need a solid heel like Bobby Roode can be, because that's his forte right there, being a fucking heel. He plays it fucking beautifully. You know what I mean? That arrogant, son of a bitch, fucking, kind of fucking attitude. That's the way that he should be portrayed on TV right now. And I hope that WWE pulls the trigger soon on this guy, because, again, for what, a year and a half or so, nothing important has Bobby Roode done, And this guy's great, This guy's great as a heel, and I really think that they should pull the trigger really soon, And I don't see this ending in any other way, But he comes out with Chad Gable. They have a match against Victor, which poor old Ascension. Thinking, going back, these guys, man, 3 years ago, they were the best fucking thing in NXT as part of the tag team division. Longest reigning tag team champions in NXT, I believe, still that they hold the record. It's a shame. These guys are not fucking being used for anything. It's like, what, the third fucking week that they go on head to head? It's fucking old. Come, do something new, WWE. Like, it's just fucking, rinse and repeat. Like, it's just the same shit. So lazy, Come on now. But anyways, nothing special. Chad wins with the turnbuckle German suplex, and then they get attacked after the match by Connor, which attacks Chad from behind, and then Chad hits Bobby Roode, and they both get knocked down, and then that was that. Nothing special. And then I believe Charlie Caruso was interviewing Rollins, and Rollins says that the Baron needs to remember that it's still Monday Night Rollins. Well, guess what, Seth? It doesn't feel like Monday Night Rollins anymore, because guess what? You're being put as Roman's fucking lackey. This bitch. So no, it does not feel like it's Monday Night Rollins anymore, because, like I said, he's being put in the back burner. He's being cooled off. He was the hottest fucking babyface in the show, and now he's nothing but Roman's bitch. End of story. And if you do not agree with that, then I don't know what the fuck you're on, like I said, but, it's honestly, that is the case. This guy was hot, super hot, and now he's just being cooled off. All for fucking Roman, In the words of JD himself, they do it for Roman. There's no other way to put it. That's the one thing that they're doing, all for Roman. Fuck Seth, fuck Dean. I don't give a fuck. You got all these talents, amazing talents, like people that you can use and make the show better. But no, everything for Roman. So that's that. And then we have Undertaker come out. I didn't take notes on what he was saying, but all I got from this was that his brother Kane is going to be in his corner. Like, we haven't had enough of Kane. Oh my goodness. The only thing that I can see happening in this Super Showdown is that there's going to be some sort of fuck finish, because Shawn is going to get involved somehow. Something's going to happen. Like, I don't think that this match is going to end in a, clean finish. And there's been rumors of Shawn Michaels having one more match. And honestly, this is, I believe, the stepping stone that needs to happen so Shawn Michaels can come back one more time at WrestleMania, because I don't see the reason for Kane to just be in the corner, and Shawn Michaels be in the opposite corner. They're going to get involved somehow, and it's going to affect the outcome of the match, and it's going to, be in the mind of Shawn Michaels, and he's like, I don't know, I really think that this is going to end, be the reason why Shawn Michaels might just come out of retirement, because the promo that happened 2 weeks ago between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, that's a seed, guys. That plants a seed when he was like, is it out of respect or is it out of fear? That shit right there, yeah. You bet. You bet that Shawn Michaels is going to come out of retirement for The Undertaker. I believe that's happening. I want to see it. I would love to see that. But this time, of course, Shawn has to end Undertaker's career. That's the only way that this, the only reason why Shawn Michaels will even come out of retirement. Because if that's not the case, then, then WWE will fuck that all up. Then we have Bayley and Sasha come out and present the kids from the Connor's Cure, whatever, And then we have Bayley versus Dana Brooke after commercials, That's how little important. You see, guys, let me tell you something. Do you see the little importance that Bayley and Sasha Banks are given? They are the reason why this fucking revolution is even a thing. It was based off of work rate, based off of how they can also be equal to how male performers perform. They also matter, They're important figures as well. They stole the show 3 years ago at TakeOver Brooklyn, I believe. And you have this revolution going on TV on the main roster. And what the fuck? I got to ask. You're pushing Ronda Rousey as the main figure, feeding off of her name, taking advantage of fucking, Ronda Rousey, You have her as a champion. You have the fucking Bellas, which they suck, They're nothing but reality TV stars. They're nothing important. What importance do they bring to the Women's Revolution? They were not even around. They're not important. So why are they being pushed down everyone's fucking throat week in, week out, And instead of having them both, come out every fucking week and giving them importance, they should be replaced with Sasha and Bayley. They should be at the forefront of the Women's Revolution that's going on right now in the fucking WWE. You know what I mean? They're the ones that started it all. Sasha's nothing but an afterthought. What is she doing? Well, Bayley and Boss, hugging Boss and Hug. Who fucking cares? Who cares what they're named? They're not even used like that. They're not being used to the full potential. They are the front runners. They are the ones that made the Women's Revolution a thing. The ones that started it all. Why are they not being given an important role in the revolution? Why? What is it? I don't understand, because this has been going on for weeks, months. That Sasha's just, you got one of the best performers in on Raw, and you're not using her. She's an afterthought. So what the fuck, WWE? If I see my contract coming up and I'm Sasha and I see that happening, I'm knocking on Vince's door and I'm saying, hey, listen, since you want to treat me as an afterthought, and Bayley, Bayley as well, you should include Bayley on this shit, because she's also, being, not being used. Because after the whole fucking Bayley attacking Sasha thing, we thought that was, that they were going to, become, something of importance in the show. But, Dr. Shelby happened, and then all that shit happened, and, we are where we are now. But like I said, if I was Sasha or Bayley, I would be knocking on Vince's door and asking, and just tell him, lay it in. Lay it in. Either you use me to my full potential, or I'm going to sit out my contract, or just continue to come out, whatever it is, and I'm going to go elsewhere. Because they're not being used. We're not being used to our full potential. We are the ones that started the revolution 3 years ago. And we're not being used. This show The main roster, it still portrays their fucking women's talent as fucking divas. I still feel like it's a divas fucking division. You know? What? The Bella's out again? They come back? They're giving all this importance. Botching shit, left and right. Brie mode? No. Botch mode. That's what she is. Can't do a fucking suicide dive right. She's literally doing a suicide dive. Like, legit. So, what, I'm sick of this shit, man. Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. So, Bayley wins a meaningless fucking match against, Dana Brooke. She split from the fucking titles, worldwide. Bullshit, She wins with a Bayley to the belly, and whatever. Who cares? Moving on. Then they show AOP with Drake Maverick. And oh my goodness, man. You want my opinion on this shit? I'll give you my opinion. I think that it's this pairing, Drake Maverick with AOP, because now they call him AOP, they're not Officer Payton anymore, apparently. It's like a kid, playing 2K, 2K18. You just fucking, just put Drake Maverick on, pair them with Akim and Razor, This guy does not look, he just looks out of place with AOP, He does not look like he's just part of it. What happened with Paul Ellering? Vince. What the fuck? He was a perfect man. He brought the aura, the intensity. Like, they felt important when when Paul Ellering was with AOP. And now that very first night that they got called up, they fucking left Paul Ellering behind because what? Because apparently Vince thought he was too old. Well, fuck, you're old too, bro. You're out of touch. You're taking away what was so great. What represented AOP and Paul Ellering. And you take him away, right? And then you have him a week in on the show, they win a meaningless match. You have them fucking out for 2 weeks, then you have them back. I'm with meaningless people. Then you have them fucking feud with, titles worldwide. You fucking have them lose to titles worldwide? Come on now. And then, all of a sudden, they're taken out of TV again. And then they come back with Drake Maverick. How? Why? This guy does not look like he belongs with AOP. I can't take him serious. When he comes out and he's like all smiling and whatnot, sometimes like that's a little smirking. I just can't take him serious. I just can't. I can't. I cannot take him serious at all because they just don't. He just does not belong with AOP. They're not. They don't. And this whole shit about wrestling, no names, local jobs, whatever. Why is this a fucking thing in 2018? How much fucking longer are you going to have AOP go against no names, When are you going to give them fucking real competition? Because I already know what the fuck AOP is capable of. These matches are meaningless. I don't feel they're important. And they are important to me because I believe that they're a great tag team. They're unique. They might not be the best thing ever in the fucking ring, but they're unique. I like it. I like Akim and Razor, and I think that ever since their fucking call up on the main roster, they've been nothing but fucking shit. They've been booked for shit. Like they don't know what the fuck to do with them. So, you have them compete against no names. When does it stop? When is it going to actually feel important that AOP, like they got purpose? I want to see them in the title picture, in the tag team title picture. They need to fucking start, building up these fucking teams, man. They need to. The Raw tag team division is fucking dead, man. Like tonight, we did not see a tag team match. We didn't. We did not see a tag team match. We didn't see a tag team match at all, and it's fucking it sucks. It sucks because, who doesn't want to see tag team matches, man? You know what I mean? We saw that. Excuse me. Drew and Dolph, they're involved with fucking, the Shield bullshit. They had the titles, but they did not, it's not acknowledged, man. It's not, you got the IC title not being acknowledged, and you got the tag team title not being acknowledged. You know what I mean? Again, the fucking Roman agenda bullshit. It's fucking ridiculous, man. And it's sad to see. I hope that this shit changes soon. But this shit's gonna continue on being the shit show that it is. Hopefully, this show thing, this fucking turns out to be something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. And then we got Graves. You got Graves coming out on commentary, man. This guy, I swear, I hate the bullshit that WWE spews sometimes. Graves saying that every year WWE 2K gets better by the year. Like, come on, bro. You really think it's all that? Honestly, you really think it's getting better every year? Tell me how we are, to this day, and I don't even keep track of 2K, to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't keep track of the news. I haven't seen gameplay for the, 3 months that has been announced. I have not yet seen gameplay. And I don't give a fuck. I quite honestly do not give a fuck because these games are just copy and paste of their prior fucking years, installments. Ever since, 2K14 with The Rock on the cover, it has not felt important to me. It's the same old shit, whatever. It's fucking stupid. Anyways, you got Dolph versus Seth for the IC title. Match cut short. It did not feel important. It was a very, quick fashion match. It didn't even last. I don't think it even lasted 5 minutes. Honestly, it did not even last 5 minutes. And if it did, oh fucking well. This match was not important. This match it's not. If you look back on Seth matches when he was by himself, being Monday Night Rollins, compared to the matches now that he has, like tonight, do you see what I mean? Like, it does not fucking feel important at all. It doesn't. It's a shame. It's a fucking shame. Because I love Seth. I don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on Seth. I'm not shitting on Dean Ambrose either because Dean Ambrose happens to be my favorite fucking Shield member. Fuck the Shield. I'm not even gonna reference him as the Shield. Dean Ambrose. And Seth he was fucking bringing his A game every fucking week. So, again, it felt anticlimactic, like the match was cut short, and it was just sad to see, I don't like it. I don't like the direction that they're fucking going, but anyways, Seth was showing, the effects of, a Hell in a Cell match, pain lower back, whatever, he wins with a curb stomp, he pins off to 1, 2, 3. He retains the IC title match. Then we got Ronda coming out, and she cuts a promo, and oh my goodness, Jesus Christ, she comes out and says she's impressed by Alexa, and that she lasted as long as she did in the match. And honestly, come on, guys, you people I swear to God, in reality, Alexa would not even fucking last 1 fucking minute against Ronda Rousey. That match should have ended no more. It should not have lasted more than 2 minutes. You can't take Alexa Bliss serious against Ronda Rousey. Come the fuck on, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's shitty. It's stupid. I think it was just, again, that shit is just forced. It's stupid. No one believes Alexa can stand up to Ronda Rousey. It's unbelievable. Unreal. Can't take it serious. Fucking bullshit. Pure fucking bullshit. She says that she wants to be like Stone Cold Steve Austin. She wants to be a Ric Flair. She wants to be as big as those people. Well, you got a long way to go, Ronda. But I guess you're doing pretty good for yourself. So, anyways, she issues the open challenge. She waits, and then Natalia's theme hits, and then she doesn't come out. She's like, maybe she's playing mind games, whatever. And then comes out the Riot Squad, dragging Natalia out to the stage, and Ruby announces herself as she takes the challenge accepts Ronda's challenge for the Raw Women's title, and that didn't end in a decision because the Riot Squad gets involved. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan get involved, and then the Bellas come out, and then they aid, Ronda Rousey, all this fucking nonsense bullshit. Big fucking deal, I'm tired of fucking seeing them. I swear to God, if I fucking hear Brie Bella's fucking theme song hit again, oh my God, that shit gets cringier every fucking week. I hear that fucking shitty thing, shitty wrestler. She's no good. And if you don't fucking see that, and if you don't agree with that, I literally, you're a fucking idiot. You're a blithering idiot. Because in the many years that they have been with WWE, they still can't fucking, wrestle to save their lives out of a fucking paper bag. So I don't want to hear it. So after that, Elias comes out. Another case of Elias being such a great talent as he is, man, and it's sad to see, man. Like this guy is more than what he's being shown in TV. He should be doing more than what he's doing. This whole shtick of like doing the segments before he comes, comes out and plays his guitar, strums his guitar, shits on the crowd, says this and that, same old shit. Man, listen, there comes a time where, it just fucking turns out to be old. It gets old quick. I think it's ran its course. It doesn't feel special anymore. Every time he comes out, he does the same old shit. I think, that they need to, they need to start taking Elias more serious, man. This guy has a great look. He has a great gimmick. Okay. I really like, he's not an in-ring general. He's not, the best of the best, but he can work. He's a great heel, and I think that he should be pushed into the IC title picture, actually. Because having Seth as a fucking babyface champion, I think Elias would be a great fucking opponent for Seth. Ask Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens should have fucking won the IC title championship 2 weeks ago, I believe. I wasn't in Canada or something like that. I forgot because I haven't kept up, of course. But I think that he should have fucking won the title because obviously it's not into the importance in fucking Seth Rollins' hand. But anyways, Elias, he's out there, and and out comes Leo Rush, man. That shit was hilarious. It's funny because Elias was like, I'm sorry that the show sucked before I came out. I'm sorry too, buddy, but guess what? The show has sucked, and will continue to suck as long as Vince is in fucking control. So not because you come out the show was safe, it's just fucking shit in general. Anyways, but my God, man, when Leo came out and introduced himself, Leo Rush, by the way, Elias, he's like, whose kid is this? He comes out and oh man, that was fucking hilarious. I fucking cracked laughing. That was fucking gold. I love the way Elias came off and he's like, whose fucking kid is this? Like who let this kid come out in the, it was fucking funny. It was an entertaining moment. They had a back and forth argument going on, whatever. Leo and introducing himself, saying that he says that Bobby has said that he talks a lot of trash, that Elias talks a lot of trash, and this and that. And then Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere, and all I see, I don't know if I was like, I don't know if that was the. All I do is just turn to the TV, and then I see a fucking flying chair towards Leo Rush. And then he comes running towards the ring, and then Bobby Lashley Lashley comes out, and oh my goodness, let me tell you something about Bobby Lashley, man. This day, I'm very attention. I pay attention to detail. Before I continue, Bobby Lashley's theme, don't you feel like it's like an intense theme? Like it's something that, it's a thing where like you expect the person to come out with the theme. It's like, having a serious face, like just like coming out like, like I'm fucking ready to fuck shit up. You know what I mean? This guy comes out fucking pointing to the crowd, all smiles, giving kids high five and shit. Man, what the fuck? The guy sucks as it is. Like he's not. He feels like a fucking afterthought. He's not important. He's not being plugged in anything of importance. Might as well fucking make this guy look right. But no, this guy comes out with fucking smiles and shit. I'm like, man, oh my goodness. I can't. Like, this show is just fucking ridiculous. The way that, Bobby, it didn't even feel important when he came back. I liked his first run. Of course, I was a kid. I always rooted for fucking Bobby Lashley before. But now he's just lame. But yeah, Bobby came out. Then Kevin came out. It was Bobby versus Elias. And then Leo came running down. And then they got him involved. And then, crazy outcome there, whatever, ended in a no contest. And then Kevin and Elias walk out as Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush fend them off. And that was that. Then we have Alexa, Alicia Fox, and Mickey announced that they're going to be in a tag team match versus Ember Moon and Mystery Opponent. Oh, wonder who could it be? Okay, real quick, guys. I don't know if you guys were seeing the same thing as I was watching. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you caught it or not, but I recommend you that you should go back to tonight's episode, and you need to go back and you need to look the segment where they announced the Total Divas bullshit on TV. I swear to God, there was this part that they show Nia Jax, at WrestleMania when she did, I believe, the Samoan drop off of the second rope turnbuckle to Alexa to win the championship. I swear to God in heaven, if you go back, honestly, this is fucked up, yo. I really heard, I swear, I heard that while she was doing the slow, the Samoan drop, I heard Earthquake make a crash as Nia Jax was coming down for the Samoan drop to Alexa Bliss. That shit right there, bro. Honestly, if you go, anyone that watched the show and like caught that, please let me know, because I really feel that. I really hope that I'm not the only one that caught that. Honestly, that shit was fucked up because Nia's size, and then saying that shit. I'm sorry, like that shit. It's not, I should be laughing, but that shit was fucked up. It honestly was. I think it was really fucked up, like legit. It's no coincidence. Like, you're not gonna fucking any other part of the fucking segment, whatever was going on, the promo, whatever. They inserted that part right there, and I think that was no coincidence. I think that was on purpose. So, anyways, Mickey James, and Alicia versus Ember Moon, and Ember Moon announces Nia Jax as her partner. Big fucking deal. Whatever. It's let's see here. Nia and Ember, they win after Nia hits the Samoan drop on Alicia, and that was it. It was nothing special. It was just bullshit. Nothing felt special in this, guys. Like, again, it's a thing where, like, I go back to Sasha and Bayley. They should be the ones that should be late in the show. Like, you put the fucking best shit in the third hour or so, then I think that you should be giving importance to Sasha and Bayley. It's frustrating as fuck. It's really frustrating as fuck. The more I talk about it, the more pissed the fuck I get because it's the truth. Like, they're fucking afterthoughts. And it's fucking disgusting. You know? So anyways, whatever. Moving on. So, and to close the show, Roman versus Baron for the United States title match. Whatever. You know, big fucking deal. We already know that Roman was gonna fucking win. You know? Big fucking deal. Boo-hoo. Whatever. Baron starts off, you know, dominating the better half of the match. And then Roman breaks off of I believe a chin lock or whatever. And Roman hits clotheslines after clothesline. Then Baron comes off, gets out of the ring, rolls out of the ring. Then Roman hits a drive-by. Then Baron goes back in the ring, and then he gets hit with a Superman punch, and then he rolls out again, and then he comes back in, and then he gets hit again. Whatever. Baron comes out, and then Reigns, you know, he rolls out of the ring. He comes running around the ring, and then all of a sudden you see Baron Corbin throwing a steel chair against Roman, and then he gets disqualified by the referee. And of course, as acting general manager of Monday Night Raw, he demands that the match is restarted in a no DQ match. Oh, whoa. If that doesn't tell you right away that, of course, you know, there's going to be somebody that's going to interfere, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're not really paying attention then. So, yeah. He restarts the match, and then comes out Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman gets involved. He attacks Roman Reigns, and then Drew and Dolph Ziggler come out. They start attacking Roman Reigns and the Shield. You know, Seth and Dean came out, and then they started fending off Braun and Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. You know, a brawl again, some sort of fucking brawl. You know, all these brawls are getting all played out because every fucking week there seems to be another fucking brawl between all of them, all six and shit. And then, yeah, you know, big deal. Then Baron attacks Roman from behind, and then he goes for a clothesline, I believe, and then Roman comes in and hits the spear to beat Baron Corbin. 1, 2, 3. Boo fucking who. Big fucking deal. Whatever. Raw goes off the air, you know, and yep, that's your show. And this show was not a big deal, you know. Same bullshit with the Roman agenda, political bullshit, you know. Pretty soon you'll be seeing the Shield holding all fucking titles, and I don't want to fucking see it, but I guarantee you that shit's gonna happen very fucking soon, you know. So, with that said, guys, thank you so much for listening, tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Please hit that like button and subscribe and turn on the bell for all notifications. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at In10sity Podcast. And I will see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Intensity review. Have a good night.